Hey, what's going on, everybody? Just want to do a quick video on my Remington 870. First off, I'll say it is unloaded. Actually, I'll say that this gun actually started off as a express combo. 870 with a 26-inch barrel. So came with the slug barrel, the 20-inch rifled slug barrel. About it, I don't know, maybe a year or 2 years or somewhere on there ago. Not exactly sure when, but yeah, I originally intended to have it for, because at the time I was going to start to go hunting, which I only ended up going twice actually, and so I ended up getting out of that, and still enjoy the hunting sport. I just don't go, but. So I originally intended this to be, just a shotgun I can use for hunting, basically, like whenever they had the shotgun season open. And of course, that ended up not working out. But and then at the time, I wanted to get a combat shotgun more, and I said, well, instead of getting a whole new gun, I'll just go the cheap route and get, just since I wasn't using this one for anything, in particular, I said, well, I'll just use this as a combat shotgun. And so when I ended up my dad ended up cutting the barrel off for me. I actually wanted it to be exactly flush with the magazine extension tube, but since this is a rib barrel, the little parts of the rib here, where I wanted it to actually be cut, as you can see, if I wanted it to be flush, there's no support in the middle. So that's why basically the closest one to the magazine extension tube, I had to cut, there, So this metal part of the rib was kind of like not supported, which kind of sucked, but oh well. But yeah, so I went to go the cheaper route. So this was a 26-inch barrel one time until got it cut down. Now it's about roughly 21 inches long. So it's still perfectly legal length and everything. But I was trying to go for the 20-inch, length, but of course that didn't work out. But anyway, so yeah, then another thing I did was, which I don't have on it now, and the ATI top folder stock with a pistol grip, which I actually, I like. It's good stock, and the ATI forward plastic grip, and I put the Tacstar aluminum magazine extension tube. Now it's 8-shot. I think it's 7-in-1, I believe what it is. And well, I was having issues with the feeding. It wasn't actually pushing the shells back all the way, and like it would be real loose. And I guess what was happening was the follower in the magazine tube, since it's plastic, it was kind of swelling up somewhat from the extra pressure, the bigger spring and all that. And it was like swelling up, it was kind of stopping. It wasn't pushing all the rounds back. So I had to get from Brownells is actually the only website I could find, which I don't know how well it's going to work out with one hand, but thought it's not really showing up too well, but it's a stainless steel magazine follower. I believe it's a US made part and everything, and it's pretty expensive. It's $20-something for just that piece of metal, but now I don't have really the problem anymore, so it works good. But another thing I did, I was really wanting to, Duracoat this gun and make a, I really love, I seen in a book that had, like, the green, 870 shotgun or something like that, just the green shotgun, and, like, I really liked the accent with the black furniture. And I said, I think I'm going to do that. I think that would be pretty cool, have the black trigger guard and, et cetera, et cetera. And, well, I ended up taking some spray paint and doing that. Liked the way it turned out. It looked real good. But after some time, just recently, I said, I wish I wouldn't have done it. And I wanted to bring my shotgun back to its original condition, at least somewhat of it. but it won't be 100% back to its original condition. But since I had to file down the little bumps inside that held the follower, since I put the extension tube, but not a big deal. But I was able to use stripper and get rid of the spray paint off the barrel. I haven't done the slug barrel yet. I haven't take the paint off of that yet, but that'll be another timer. I'm in no hurry to do that since I'm not really going to be using it. But I mean, I know you're not going to be able to see it, but the finish is removed, or the paint, and it's got the original finish now. So the original parkerized, looks like a frying pan finish. But so yeah, that's back to normal. And well, with the wood, actually on the left side here, since I didn't actually use this stock, because originally I'd taken it off. Well, not originally, but I'd taken it off and just kind of put it away, and it ended up getting kind of marred up over here. And so I said I wanted to touch it up, but it would have been too hard to touch up. So I said, you know what, I'll just refinish it. And the other reason why is because since I have the Tacstar shotgun shell holder, when I had the original, or when I had the ATI forearm pump, it didn't come back all the way, so I was able to use this. But with the wood one, it comes back, so pretty far, so I didn't want to have to do it, but I said, oh well. I ended up notching out the wood, and I said, well, since I'm doing that, I'll just refinish the whole gun then. So that's what I ended up doing. Got 2 coats of cherry, I believe is the color, and then 2 coats of the clear. So I think it came out good, and you can see, of course it's difficult one-handed, but you can see it. I think I did a pretty decent job. It's pretty close, but it comes back all the way, and it works good. So anyways, so I'm kind of happy with the results, but since I had taken off the barrel some, of course the bead was gone, so what I ended up doing was putting the, not going to really see it too well, but the, there's a fiber optic sight. It came with red ones and green ones at my local Dunham's. It was like about $15 or so, and I just put some 2-part of Loctite epoxy, the metal one, and was able to lock it secure. It never came off on me. Of course, I did take it off to take off the paint, and then I had to re-epoxy it. But other than that, when I was shooting it, it's never budged, so it works good. So yeah, another thing I would like to do to bring it back to somewhat the original condition, but this is going to be later, is I would like to buy another original barrel, 26-inch, just so it will be like I had the original barrel, so I can still use it as a, for when I go to my turkey shoots at my local club. So I can, switch between a Mossberg 935 semi-auto, and, if I want, like, hey, I want to use a pump this time, then I'll have my 870. And of course, it won't look too goofy, all I really have is just a side saddle and extension tube. It won't look like some tactical shotgun, too much, So I will do that original, later. And I'll just keep this one, of course, and this will be my more combat shotgun barrel. My normal messing around barrel. And then whenever I do the turkey shoots and use the 870, I'll put the longer barrel in there. But so yeah, it's kind of actually a long video instead of a quick video, like I said. Kind of boring, but just wanted to show what I did. And of course, I regretted what I did originally. I wish I had just left it completely alone, but of course I didn't. But I'm kind of happy though. It all turned out okay in the end, and I think the finish came out pretty nicely. And I think it's a pretty elegant looking shotgun now, and it's still combat somewhat shotgun. And I'm happy. If you have any questions, feel free to leave me a message. Thanks for watching.